back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last and final story to end all spooks of the night, spooks of the South. We have been through Whiskey Fixed, the Deadly Sins, and the biggest thrill of the summer. And now, only one story to end all of Halloween and all of its great things. A beautiful world. As I begin, Charles was invited to Florida to join with friends from FloridaIndies.com, Rob Dog, EXO, and Nick the Destroyer for his very first TNA Impact show at Universal Studios Florida. He was going to have a blast with them and also a blast to seeing his very first TNA show and meeting with all the TNA stars and the TNA knockouts, even though he met some who work for TNA and all, not to mention the knockouts. Some of them currently dragging on, even though some of them he finally met for the first time. They enjoyed every match they've seen, every promo, every fight from one match to another, and not to mention what some of the stars are capable of. But there is only one matter that Charles was on his mind about. He was on his mind about the beautiful people. Angelina Love and Velvet Sky, along with their companion Q-Kip, their somewhat bratty attitude, and brown paper bags of nothing for a couple of pimples, who actually prove that there is a world out there based on their looks, of their attitude, of their fashion. But luckily, they're not Kid Cawthron and Vixen Fiala. So, they were all in tag team action, a six-man tag team match, teaming up with the War Machine Rhino, ODB, and Taylor Wilde. They enjoyed every single of it, every single last bit of the match, until, as always, the beautiful people always pull the strings to grab an easy win, and that is what they are. That is what every heel was meant to achieve in every single match, to win. And then they were ready for their brown paper bag treatment, calls it the beautiful treatment that it was given. Charles called them out. He wanted to face the beautiful people. He was not afraid of a couple of pimples who actually act like a couple of bitches or sluts or whatever you may call them. Well, he is like that when he's so excited to see his very first event live. The beautiful people came towards him. Charles begged them, tried to pull something. They were begging to give him the beautiful treatment, but they refused, and they just kept on going back show of what Charles is really made of as the greatest wrestling fan of Georgia. And now he's been known as the talk of TNA. Then, when the event was over, they decided to go out to some place to find the TNA wrestlers and meet them for autograph sessions or get-togethers, and they would chat amongst themselves. They were driving throughout after leaving Universal Studios Florida until they managed to bump into Angelina Love and Velvet Sky with their own ride. They was meant to scare them, but they didn't say anything about killing them. Almost about to be crashed with a truck. All four of them crashed. Later on, everybody didn't move or woken up until later on. Charles has woken up into a hospital. He, Rob Dog, Exo, and Nick were all right. They were safe. Luckily, they were all wearing safety belts. But I figured that their chances to meet with the stars will be put on hold, or better yet, wait until the next time when they see TNA Impact again. Days later, they were medically cleared. For Charles, he must immediately return home. And for the others, he wished them good luck on their recovery, and hopefully they will meet again. So Charles took the bus back to Garden City, to Savannah actually, and finally made it back to Garden City to be ready for work. And thus experiences his first TNA adventure, but absolutely ended in a bad way with the beautiful people, because they never forget a face, but they begged him for beautiful treatment, and it looks like it was more than just a brown paper bag. It was just almost a road rage. He would have been killed, but luckily they wouldn't try to file charges, even though they must respect the wrestlers, the stars, the knockouts, or anyone famous. Well, until they come up with a really, really, really big plan. Even though everything seems to be good for now, but that is until later on the next day. Charles was ready for work until he saw some people acting like Angelina and